Hi friends, Tracy Bish here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. I am showing off the Stampin' Up OnStage 3D gift that I'm giving out as a swap. This little cute little design I've come up with to house a little chocolate in. I hope that it's not too hot and it doesn't melt. It's using one of our returning favourites, Nothing's Better Than stamp set, and I've also got my favourite Stylish Shapes dies. I use these a ton. If you don't have these die set yet, please get it because you will use it so much. So I've picked up these chocolates from Aldi. I think there's 11 in the pack. They're cookies and milk, so I think they go really so perfectly with the Nothing's Better Than stamp set. And I just wanted a nice little treat that I could give out with the swap, and you know, this is what I come up with. So we're using the soft suede cardstock. This measures 3 by 4 3/4. On the 3-inch side, we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 1/4 inch, 1 3/4 inch, and then 2 1/2. And then we're going to turn it over to the 4 3/4 side and score at 1/2 inch and 4 1/4. Okay, so this fits this little chocolate in perfectly. I've designed it with that chocolate in mind. So if your chocolate's a little bit bigger or smaller, you can change the measurements. Now just quickly, all the measurements you can find with more information over my blog. You can go over there. There is links to that in the description of this video, and I would love it if you went over and checked it out. Also, if you're in need of any products that you might like to buy from me, you can purchase them in my online store. Use this month's hostess code. I've got a couple of really great specials this month. There is a handmade card and bundle tutorial for anyone who purchases and uses the host code. If you spend $100 or more, you will receive the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle as an added bonus. So that is packed with really great tutorials using a suite from the catalogue. So off the top of my head, I believe that it might be the Boughs of Holly for November. Alright, so all I've done is, once we've scored our cardstock, we're just stamping the background with that cookie stamp using Early Espresso cardstock. Now if you can see my two samples there, the top one has the image stamped as I've got here, but then I've gone in with the solid stamp and stamped that as well. I didn't really like it too much, so I've gone with it this way, which I think it just shows up those cookies so much better. Alright, so we've folded and scored with our bone folder. I'm going to bring in my paper snips now and just cut up onto every score line there up until that score line. Now there's 2 of the larger tabs. We're not doing anything to those at all. The 2 tabs on each end, we're just miter cutting off on the inside piece, and then that very middle tab we're going to miter cut on both sides of that. And we're going to do that with the exact same side. So you turn it over to the other side, we're going to do the exact same cuts. So up on all of those score lines up to that first score line. Those 2 larger tabs we're not touching. The 2 on the end we're only cutting off on the inside tab, and then the one that's in the very middle we're going to cut off on either side of that. That just helps the box to go together really well. So I hope that you enjoy 3D projects, and if you're in Sydney for OnStage and I swap with you, I'm so happy that you came as well. Alright, so I'm going to bring in some of my liquid glue. We're just going to add a little bit on each of those tabs. I'm going to place that together and just line up those edges. This creates the bottom of the box, and that is what that chocolate sits in. So you want to make sure that the bottom of the box has the 2 tabs joined together, because that gives it that extra stability to hold any weight that's in there. And then we have our lid that we're going to add a little bit of glue to our small tab, place that one together. So look how simple this box is. Comes together so fast, so easy. And one thing I do recommend is you just push back that the lid of the box backwards a little bit. It will help just sort of sit down properly, if that makes sense. So popping the chocolate in, I'm just it wasn't quite dry, so I'm just going to hang on to it for really just a few more seconds. The great thing is with our liquid glue, it's very strong hold. You've just got to hang on to it for a couple of seconds. So my stylish shape dies, I've got my Benner one there. We're going to use our mini die cut machine and just die cut that with the basic white cardstock. We're going to stamp our sentiment on this one, and I've also got a scrap piece of basic white there that we're going to stamp our cookie. So this comes together, like I said, so easy, but it's really cute as well. I hope you like it. So we're going to stamp 2 sentiments on our banner. We have the cookies. We're going to stamp that in Early Espresso, and then I'm going to come in with the soft suede and then just stamp the It's on top of the cookie. So it says It's cookies because it's actually chocolate, but it's cookies and milk chocolate. So yeah, a little bit of a pun there. I've stamped my cookie there in Early Espresso, coming in with my soft suede. We're going to stamp off once with the soft suede for the cookie, and it's second generation stamping. With this sentiment, we're only inking up that very top line. What's really great, it's photopolymer, so I can line it up on the stamp pad and only ink up that top bit that I want. If it was red rubber, you could mask off with masking tape, you could use post-it note tape, anything like that. Just make sure that you take that off, take the tape off before you stamp down. So here we are using second generation stamping of soft suede ink on our cookie. Now there is dies with this set. I couldn't find my dies, so I've quickly fussy cut these out. Honestly, it didn't take too long. I made, I think, 40 of these boxes, and I just fussy cut as I was watching TV, so it was not a big deal. Actually, it was probably just as fast as using a die set and running it through my cut and emboss machine, so no big deal at all. We're going to pop up this cookie onto our banner with some dimensionals, and then we're going to add some more dimensionals to the bottom of the banner and place it on the top of the box there. So, and that's it. I haven't used any embellishments. I don't think that it needs it. I think this just on its own is perfect. I probably could have used a little bit of Wink Stella on the cookie, but hey, I think it really needed nothing added to it. I think it was just perfect the way it is. So I really hope that you've enjoyed my 3D swap for OnStage in Sydney. If I got the chance to meet you, thank you so much for swapping with me. And I am so excited for the first back in person event with Stampin' Up. It's been a long time. I'm glad that we're not doing virtuals anymore. Alright everyone, thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.